Hello and welcome to another episode of the Collective Entertainment Network presents Dragonflight. This is the CEN. I am your DM for the night, John, and I'm joined again by each and every one of my 5 of you lovely players. We have Mason, Ray, Brian, Nost, and Rose. Last time, stuff happened. Last week we had technical difficulties, so if you're still with us this week, I appreciate you coming back for the story and to see what happens. We apologize for last week. It can't be helped. Things happen. Computers break. Gremlins exist. Goblins destroyed the laptop. You know how it goes. But we're here this week, and this week, let's go on another wonderful dragon flight. All right, welcome back after that beautiful introduction video. I just want to give you all a short reminder that if you haven't liked and subscribed, if you like what you see, help us on our continuing and ongoing blast battle against the ultimate BBEG, the YouTube algorithm, by hitting that bell, liking, and subscribing for our page. I'll remind you about 3 more times before the end of this episode, I'm sure. But with that, let's hop into this dragonflight. Last time, as you all woke up, you had hatched out of your eggs, and you were immediately beset by egg thieves, ogres that were taking your siblings, your hatchmates, your clutchlings, loading them up into wagons and trying to leave. The one thing they did not expect was for you to hatch and for you to punish them for their insolence. After a long and drawn-out first 3 minutes of your life, with blood and death and magic and more death and more blood, you feel stronger, tired, but stronger. But you were met with the ultimate of heartbreaks. You saw her laying there, dead. Draca. Deep within you, something reverberates as you see this. For long ago, back before the current times, there was only existence and there was only dragons in the first world, where the mother of dragons and the father of dragons and the first son of dragons all lived in as close to harmony as a race of rulers can. But with the death of the first gem dragon, Sardior, the universe fractured into the multiverse. And in each of those multiverses exists an echo of the same dragon, an echo of Acanthus, an echo of Eclipsia, an echo of Raishug, an echo of Balor, and an echo of Skododin, as well as every other dragon. And with the death of a dragon, That echo reverberates through the threads that connect the different versions of the dragons between the worlds together. And all the other ones grow a tiny bit stronger. But all dragon kind feels the heartbreak when another true soul, another true dragon, is taken from their existence. This comes to you as a song, the most ancient of songs. Some even say the first song. It's the dragon song. It begins as a low, trembling hum, a vibration deep within your chest that resonates with the very bones of the earth. It is a sound that speaks of an unbroken lineage, the grief of countless generations distilled into a single, haunting melody. I will save you my singing, but I will read this. And it says, O mother, great and wise, your light now fades to shadow. Your wings that soared the skies now lie still in sorrow. The melody swells with a deep throbbing ache, and each note a tear falling into a vast ocean of loss. It carries the weight of memories, of warmth, protection, and the unspoken bond between mother and child. It causes dragons' hearts to beat in time with the song, a unified thrum of grief. In the cradle of your wings, we would find our strength and might. Now the cradle's empty ring echoes through the night. The dragon's song grows more intense, a keening wail that rises and falls like the ebb and flow of the tides. It is a cry to heavens, a plea for understanding, and a vow of vengeance all at once. You young dragons feel your sorrow intertwine with each other, connecting you and creating a tapestry of pain and of purpose. Will carry forth your flame through darkness and despair. In your honor and your name, we take to the air. As the song reaches its crescendo, there's a moment of silence, a profound stillness where the world seems to hold its very breath. Then the final notes drift away, leaving behind a sense of resolve, determination. Your heart grows heavy with grief, your eyes full of fierce determination. You know that you should revenge her, you should protect her, that you should honor her memory in the upcoming battle that you face, because you are certain that even though you punish some of these, there are 2 carts of egg thieves that escaped your fury. This song echoes throughout you, and it is quickly interrupted by your servant, the kobold Svifla, who looks to you and he says, Masters, is everything okay? And as you look around, 2 of you, Raishug and Skogdoden, the world seems smaller. What was... I heard my voice. Did my sound go out or something?
Nope, that was that was me checking sound. Sorry, thought I hit my mic.
Okay. Okay, all right. I thought something went wrong. But Svifala, he says, Masters, is what can I do? Allow me to serve you. I need it. And he falls to his knees. But Skogdoden and Raishug, you all are a head and shoulders taller, as you are now huge creatures. What would you all like to do? Surrounding the body of Draca, whose name you never knew, you see strange creatures, petrified, reptilian in nature, hunched over, mutated and humanoid. Further on at the mouth of the cave, another semi-reptilian human, petrified to stone, like a perfect statue in a battle stand, with the legs and chest and torso of a man, a head of a cobra, with the hood furled out.
Do we, from these guys, do we get a sense? Because we've gotten a sense of like some of the other creatures that are our servants who are part of the system of this place. Do we get that same sense from these statues? Do we feel like they're ours? Do we feel like they're not supposed to be here?
When you smell them, they smell like serpent and invader. They don't belong here.
I'm gonna ask our servant what they know about these things, and I'll point to the petrified statues.
Svifla only knows that, Mistress Eclipsia, that we were slaughtered by the ogres. I was not present when the mistress fell. I was protecting you as best as I could.
Is there anyone else in this cave besides you?
Um, I don't know who lives or who dies. I ran to you. Though I doubt that they found, uh, well, he likes when we call him Jack. Yeah, Jack is probably still there.
And where might we find Jack?
And he sort of looks around. He looks up. Dunno. He's
Lovely.
probably hiding. But we all live to serve your call, mistress. You but need summon. And then he falls prostrate before you.
So Jack's a friend, right?
If Jack lives, he lives for you. We all
Acanthus is gonna look around, and then he's gonna take in a deep breath, and he's going to yell. Okay, he should be coming. Do we hear anything? Anything coming? Anybody showing
make a
up?
perception check.
I'm so good at these, is what Acanthus thinks. Actually, I'm technically good
18.
at these. 11.
11, you don't hear it. Eclipse, you hear a really gross sound. A squelching sort of wet, sticky popping noise. Reisig doesn't have it. But Balor, you hear the same thing.
Okay. Is our hatching sickness gone?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious on that. I don't hear anything.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
towards
that was
the
only
sound.
supposed to last for the first encounter. But little did I know the first encounter was going to be every encounter, but that's just it goes, I guess.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go
we
towards the
were.
squishy sound. Squelching sound.
It's coming in your direction.
Oh,
It's
then I
getting
wait.
louder.
I'll turn towards the direction it's coming from and wait.
As you look in that direction, you hear it getting closer. You can smell something weird, but you can see nothing. One might even use the word indistinguishable from the environment around it.
What is that smell?
That would be Jack.
And with a loud crash, a stalactite hits the ground in front of Skogdoda.
What is that?
Ooh!
And then it opens, the stalactite rights itself, opens an eye, releases a bunch of tentacles, and a large mouth opens, and it says, "At your service, Dragon Queen."
Greetings, Jack. Do you happen to know, and I'll point to the statues, what these are?
I have eaten many of these. And since its digestive system is like a sea cucumber, it proceeds to produce a dead, partially digested one.
That's unpleasant.
Do you know if there's more of them in here, Jack?
Not anymore.
They're gone.
Thank you for your service.
I live to protect you, hatchlings. and one of those little tentacles slides on over a good 50 feet to pat you on the head before retracting like a fishing rod.
I like him. I'm gonna make him a flower crown. Okay. So
He proceeds to slowly, with his 5 foot of movement speed, start moving his way back up to the ceiling.
We should see what else is in here before we go find the rest of our clutch mates.
So we're gonna go explore?
Yes.
He's like
Oh, I'm
vibrating.
sorry. He's the evolved form. He has 10 feet of movement speed. He's a
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So I can go explore. Right? 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 Right?
We should
Right?
honor Draca
Right?
first.
Right. How should we do that?
Valor comes over and gets close to one of these petrified monsters that destroyed Draca. And he takes his large claw and he places his weight on top of it, attempting to crush the stone statue of this thing. By getting rid of what dishonored her. They dared strike her. I'll spread my wings and find them for what they did to her.
It crumbles like dust. You are dragon. You are mighty. All the strength of the world waits within the potential within you. And you unleash just but a fraction of that and turn this statue into rubble.
Balor, help me carry Draca to where we hatched, so that she may eternally sing her song.
Valor
Good
gives
voice.
a nod to Rock. And he places his skull beneath Draco's and he attempts to lift it Earthrise Sug.
Yep.
And
Schwifla will
attempts to...
Oh, go ahead.
Skog will help as well.
Alright.
You can tell that she died in battle. She is covered in scars, and she, much like the two of you, appears to be landbound before her death. Her wings are broken. But you move her to the area that you're going to the hatchery where your life started.
Acanthus is gonna get ahead of them to that room, and there's a brief moment where he sort of shakes and shivers for a moment, and his petals will all fall out. Nothing mechanical, nothing like any sort of specific attribute or anything. So there's this brief moment where all the plumage on Acanthus sort of falls to the ground, creating a bed of carnation petals for them to be able to lay her down on. But as you're even watching Acanthus, like new buds are already growing and starting to rebloom. Because I imagine, even if not necessarily something that he'd be able to do as older, being so young and so newborn, his buds would grow very rapidly back up to full strength, even if they were removed.
They
But
grow as
just kinda
fast as you want them to.
Okay, so it's just sort of creates this bed of flower petals for us to be able to lay her on.
Troglodytes start also collecting and bringing the other kobolds and the other dead troglodytes, the other workers of. Oh, that's terrifying. Where the heck that is? I'm sorry. I just saw what you guys sent in the live chat.
Cucumber.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so they gather the bodies. I've got it.
Put that stream away.
lest they put the sea cucumber away, guys. But they start to gather and bring the bodies. The three surviving troglodytes helping, and even though they're very stinky, they're very stinky. They are wholly dedicated to you, and they lay them down and swiftly gets ready to say words, unless any of you would prefer to.
I would suggest to everyone, before we finish, that we cremate the body, so nobody harvests Draca's bones or scales or anything.
Cover her in obsidian.
Go Dodens.
Svífla and the troglodytes promptly take 50 steps backwards.
Maybe we should have Eclipsia do it. Because your breath weapon wouldn't burn her. Your breath weapon would encase her in stone forever. She'd be untouchable, but she would be a protector. She'd greet every single child when it was hatched, even if she knows she's not really here.
A monument. I like that idea, and I'll use my breath weapon.
Grandma Draca.
You immediately cover her in this burning volcanic glass that very quickly solidifies with the without any sort of outside interference. And sure enough, standing over where the corpse was laying, all the burning flower petals covering the sky as they float up and then start to fall like, I don't know, romantic burning rain or something. I'm sure it looks good to people who are immune to fire damage. But as it falls and surrounds this chamber that is now a monument to your Draca, there is this solid obsidian statue that is a monument to her testimony.
And now that she is here forever, guarding the young, we should clean the trash from our home, and then find who broke her wings, and break them.
I'm gonna go explore. Canthus is gonna.
I'm gonna keep Acanthus out of trouble while the servants clean up the trash.
Raisag borrows Balor this pile of wood. Would you light it for me?
Have we eaten our? We haven't eaten our shells yet either, have we? Not all of us have.
I mean, if you have, you have. I think just about everybody ate their greater healing potion.
I meant like the main shell, that part.
I would have absolutely
Not the healing
eaten
potion
that.
part, but the one where it contains the energy for us to be able to for our first proper meal. Can't be completed until we eat it.
No, you haven't. No, you have not eaten that.
That's what Raisag's working on.
Okay.
Because he has the compulsion to
Eggshell
cook.
stew.
So
I might still have some left. I used most of it like a side salad for all the bodies.
with Balor's help, he will start taking the best cuts, light a fire in the center, and as the servants are dragging the bodies away of the ogres and whatnot, Raisag will carve off the best cuts of meat and start roasting them.
You've got it. Svífla will start saying words over the dead kobolds and over Draca as Svífla he starts to come in and go over the final rites.
Ray, I think Nose just dropped out of the Discord.
Yeah, everything's okay except for Brian, but we're good.
What?
I can make
Okay.
this happen.
No, I didn't do it.
Hopefully that means he's about to rejoin on PC.
For everybody at home, our dear player Ghost was having internet issues because of the solar flares or something. But it was getting worked on, so hopefully it just got fixed. Looks like it.
There he is. Ray, you just made the fix, didn't you?
Yep, I just did it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, there we go.
Balor gets served food last, just for that.
I'm sorry.
Petty dragon.
Yeah, dragons.
But yeah, Acanthus with his 110-foot fly speed is going to go zooming through this place, exploring it, seeing
You
what
can
else
see that
is in
Jack
here.
still has not reached where he wants to go, but I will move your token and show you some places of interest. I can't ping you, but if you go down inside, this is Jack's chamber now. There are a ton of dead bodies that are digested. Also, up, yep, Skododen ways. There is a supply chamber that is filled with. It looks like your servants tried to make their last stand in this room, and it didn't end well for them. There's a whole lot of kobold jelly.
Okay.
Also, looking around as a freebie, right outside of your hatching area. If you'll go to the right of where your token just was, there is a large chest that got overlooked.
I found a chest! I don't have thumbs!
No, you do not.
I'll
You
open
gave
it.
them away for fly speed.
I'm happy with my fly speed. I'm like kind of poking it with one of my feet.
Also, if you go further right, Mason, with your camera, you will see a room where it looks like more of the head servants in this room attempted to make a last stand. And then the northmost room in this compound is a garbage pile where you met and realize a bunch of troglodytes live and hide in. Eclipsia, the chest is locked.
Can I use guidance and then try to open it?
Absolutely.
Excuse me. Jeez, that came out of nowhere.
Oh, can I give her the help action using one of the spines or something on my body?
Absolutely. With the help action, that comes to a 14. That's enough. The chest opens. And inside there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 healing potions.
I'll distribute those. 2 each.
How serendipitous.
Greater or normal?
They're normies.
So that's 2d4 plus 2.
That will be 10 each.
10
I don't
altogether.
roll healing potions at my tables. I think it's dumb.
But yeah, Acanthus's earlier depression is basically gone. Whenever he's standing, he doesn't do like going all the way down on all fours. He totally can, but he kind of stands upright like a bird and kind of is hopping back and forth between his legs while he's waiting for the chest to open.
Do you prance like a chicken?
Yes.
Oh, no.
He has very huge talons, really big wings. He can crawl
So
on the
we have
ground.
one that runs like a wolf. We have one that runs like an alligator. We have one that prances like a chicken. And see what we see. Is roll 20 not up? Okay.
Oh, on the stream.
No, I got a question from a viewer. Is all. They were requesting to see what we see.
Hang on one second.
What?
Switch to battle map.
But you all get and distribute these potions. You feel renewed with new strength, bigger than you've been. What's your plan from here, guys?
We need to go make them pay.
Second that.
Do we know where
That's
they
right.
went?
Impose a tariff on them. That'll teach them.
I was thinking setting them on fire and letting them burn alive. I mean, your tariff doesn't sound nearly as terrifying. We could tariff them first and take their money and then burn them alive.
Tariffs do
The ones
sound
that got
terrifying
turned
if
into
they were.
statues. Do we think they're dead? Or are they just
What?
stoned? The ones that got turned into statues, the snake things.
Oh, they're super dead.
Oh, they're super dead?
And they're
Okay.
super stoned.
Well, we could go after them. We could fly after them.
Some of us can fly after them.
Do you guys know when your wings grow in?
That's kind of an insensitive question to ask.
Well, I think it's a very pertinent question to ask. I'm surprised I know what pertinent means.
We don't have wings.
Kind of looks at you for a moment and walks over and gives you a hug around your neck. It's okay.
I go invisible.
You're still doggy. You're still my bestest best friend.
Oh,
It's very spiny.
you need to back up a little bit. I think I'm allergic to you.
Do you feel better?
No.
Well, I'm gonna have to keep hugging you.
No.
He sounds.
Did Acanthus just pollinate?
Sir, that
The
is
ground looks a
disgusting.
little ground looks a little pink.
Oh, man.
Yuck.
Skododen. The forest
The forest death has allergies.
has allergies. Oh no.
Okay, we should
Oh
go
look,
out.
Brian's trying to fix the problem. He's drinking a Red Bull.
There
Skododen's
we
gonna
go.
get wings.
I know it's a terrible
I'm
thing
gonna
to
get
do, but
wings.
I would like to give the DM inspiration for that.
I'll take it. Yeah, so you guys want to chase after this. They're very clearly at the mouth of the cave. Let me move you back there.
Hero stack and move us all.
It's close enough up there.
Crimson Minotaur potion gives you 1 round of flight.
There we go. At the mouth of the cave, there are very clearly two sets of tracks walking at one after the other. Cart tracks rolling one after the other. You can tell that it was being pulled by, looks like 3 sets of footprints each. Any further than that's going to require some investigation or some survival tracking or some sort of talent. But you are innately a hunter of men and monster. You are dragon.
Pretty much everything.
I would like to start investigating the trail.
As will I.
Give me an investigation check. Either you both can roll separately or one of you can roll at advantage.
Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll see if I can give you advantage.
Let's see,
Alright.
that would be an 18 plus 2. That's a 20. Very easily. You can see where they left this cave. Brush and underbrush has been pushed over, trees knocked over, pushed to the side. There's very clearly a straight trail walking out of this that leads to a road that's not far off. Looking around the outside, it is very sunny and warm, much like it is now. The sun is shining brightly, and it takes a second for your eyes to get adjusted because this is the first time you've ever been in the sun. That warmth sinks into your scales, and you feel lighter. Flying is coming easier to you as you are warmed by this great ball of fire in the sky, and you feel a kinship with it. You can
Okay, so
feel
it's
the elemental fire at the heart of the sun, and you know that a piece of that same elemental fire is within your own heart, and within the heart of every dragon that breathes fire.
oh good. I'm glad. I was really worried it was gonna be like the Bluey episode of Born Yesterday, where we all had to be terrified of the sun until someone explained it to us.
I don't like it.
You feel something different when you walk outside. Oh wait, no, you are a fire breather.
He's a
You feel
fire.
great.
Yeah, it's a different Brian. It's a
Yeah.
different fire.
But as you go out and you look around, there is green, lush forests in all directions, and you look to be in hills. In the distance, the far distance, you can see mountain tops.
Before we go any further, we should think of a plan just in case we stumble upon them.
Acanthus's wings are definitely twitching, but he's doing the best he can to try and stay focused on what's being talked about. But
Yeah,
there's an
Eclipse
open
has flown
sky.
higher than you have.
There's an open sky, and his wings are twitching.
I do believe that Stogdoden and I will track from the ground. Our flyers should be up in the sky. Keep an eye on us
Whenever
if
you
it changes
walk
path.
outside, whenever you first walk outside, um, you feel that innate connection to the sun, Skogdoden, but also to the ground and the plants around you. They call out for your embrace, and you know that when the time is needed, they will protect you the same way that you will protect them. They will
If
give
the
you the shadows for you to stalk on your hunt. Raishug, you feel the plants and you can taste the toxins and the poisons within them. And you can feel as the potency of that fundus draconum right next to your beating heart starts to attune to the poisons that you can smell in the distance, becoming slightly stronger, slightly more powerful. And finally, as you start to go outside among the plants, because we have plant dragons and fire dragons in this party, the plants all open their blossoms towards you, Acanthus Gloomflower, as if to say, "Hello, new friend."
He's having great difficulty containing himself, and it's very obvious to anyone who looks at him.
The elements themselves welcome you and recognize you in deference, not as a subject, but as an equal.
Before we lose Acanthus's interest any further, are you fast enough to track back and forth from the group if we see them before our land dwellers do?
Uh, yeah, I got like 30 extra feet of movement speed on you guys, so I
If
can
we run
I can
into them
definitely
first, if we run into them first, I don't want to be split up too far from the others.
I can do as run go between. I can definitely keep up with you guys, and I can definitely run back and forth pretty easily.
I put in a little note in the Roll20 there for you guys to peruse as a reminder about a little mechanical thing.
Ooh,
So,
yeah, I'd be able to keep up.
so Skoldoden and I will track them from the ground, and flyers will look for them in the air, as well as anything else that might be advantageous.
Skogdoden and Raishug are humongous. They dwarf you. You figure they weigh 8 times as much as they did 10 minutes ago. They're twice as big. They really ate a lot of ogre.
That ogre all went straight to your waist, Rysug.
Went straight to your hips.
He stands on his back legs and just like crunches really hard, and is like, it was muscle.
Yeah, but we could fly.
That we can. I'm gonna take off into the air. It's like, oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
go up.
what am I doing?
All right, let's fly.
I have thumbs.
Acanthus is going to basically just rocket straight up into the sky, doing little spirals as he goes, loop-de-loops, just enjoying the sheer freedom of this movement. Because while he is a floral orchid dragon, he's also a wyvern, and he feels so much more free in the sheer sky. It's like dropping a kitty kid or a giddy kid in a pool. They're just excited and they're just playing the whole time. They cannot be stopped. Um, but on the practical side, while he is giddy and excited and up there in the sky, is there anything of that he can notice in like the distance or anything around him besides the mountains, besides the forest? Is there anything that catches his eye of interest? Is there a town nearby? Is there any sort of weird landmarks, anything like that that might be of interest to him?
So as you fly around and you get a feel for things, you see this path, and you can see that this path almost cuts a beeline straight to cliffs. It looks like there's cliffs that lead to a great big blue wet something. Water, sea, ocean, a great ocean on the other side of those cliffs.
I see an ocean. I see an ocean.
But it's far, even
All
for you.
Far
all of
away.
us in the air. Do we all see that?
You can sort of make it out. You can see where like the land abruptly turns into water.
Can I use the message cantrip to relay that to Rysug?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna let him know since we've got a little bit more vantage points. I'm gonna tell him to watch out. There's Acanthus calls it water ahead.
So you see I almost said Sienna. You see Eclipsia. She proceeds to take and click her claws together and starts whispering at them. And you hear your clutchmate's voice in your head, Raishug, and she tells you this.
Golden, there is water and cliffs.
Is that like the stuff that drips on your shelf?
It sounds
All of your
familiar.
scales flutter, and it doesn't, like, if you were a bird, your feathers would puff up right now, but you're a dragon, so your scales sort of flutter and shiver.
I already do not like this water.
The two biggest dragons around right now, and it's like one's like, I don't like water. I don't like pollen. I don't like this outdoors thing. Let's go back to the cave. Okay. I guess from there, Acanthus would start just zoom off, like in the direction that we think that he's been pointed. That he believes that these carts are at. Because there's a road nearby, you said, so he'd probably go to that. Yeah, he'd probably zoom right over the road.
Yeah, I mean it's less of a road and more of a dirt path, but it is definitely large enough, and it is definitely the direction that these two carts were dragged.
Okay. Kind of
Um,
getting. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there's a flavor text. Every step forward reveals more signs of these intruders' passage. Broken shards of eggshells, broken eggs, smashed and thrown to the side, drops of dark blood, and the occasional crude marker etched in stone, unreadable to your eyes. The further you go, the more you feel the oppressive presence of foulness, an aura that clings to the very air you breathe, shuddering around you. This is no longer just a rescue mission. It is a descent into the heart of corruption, Acanthus.
Eclipsia? Theodore? Oh, I thought they
We
were
hear
right
him
behind
shouting
me.
out.
Say yes. As I'll just reply message to, since message works better than shouting to where our possible enemies are. I'm gonna message Acanthus. Yes, you rang.
We can hear you. You must be invisible. Right. There's eggshells, broken eggs, down here. Do you think some of our other hatchmates tried to hatch and fight him? Does it look like there was an actual scuffle, or does it just look like eggs broken, shattered, blood?
Roll me an investigation check. Or
I'm
medicine,
so
your
good
choice.
at these. I'm so good at both.
Balor,
I'm
what are
totally
you
not
doing?
a dump stat character. It's an
Ah.
8.
Balor's doing right about now is that he's seeing like Acanthus like shoot out like from a great distance, projecting his voice. He wants to know, what do you understand from him? Can you hear him? What is he saying?
Rolled an 8 on that investigation.
Haven't the slightest clue, but these flowers have these trees have way too much acid in the soil, and so their flowers are miscolored. The pH
Hold on, I
balance
need to
is
figure.
just haywire.
Hold on, I need to figure out how to correct it. Yeah, the pH balance is all wrong out here for these flowers. Do you know if there's a florist or an alchemist nearby? I think I need to get some fertilizer.
Can I go over there and help him? I'm pretty smart. I'm actually like really, really smart. Like actually, I'm like, you know what? I actually might be able to help him with this.
He's just sort of he's just sort of giving a sniff around the where you see these broken eggs and eggshell shards, and then he started screaming about the soil.
What is this?
He or she?
I'll just look.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Acanthus is male.
He.
I had originally thought of making my dragon female, but then I decided it was going to be a black and pink goth incarnation. So he's a boy now. It's a boy.
13. All right. And we'll go ahead and wait for Eclipsia when she's done tending the child.
Darn pixie keeps following her.
Yeah, right. Says, "Hey, listen."
Hey, listen. We need to toilet train the pixie.
Now there's need to find a source of lime or something to be able to kind of correct the pH balance in the soil here, and that'll help the flowers grow.
So this.
Balor, as you look around, you see underneath this eggshell, it looks like it was smashed with a club.
These putant meat bags. They threw the eggs to the side and crushed it. Ate this. Acanthus. And I just look up and look at the rest of the trail. We have to hurry. The more we prolong, the more our eggs will begin to squander for their petty games. I will burn them.
Go ahead and make your roll, Eclipsia. 17. 17. The best you figure, after what happened with your group, where you hatched and proceeded to slaughter them, this egg gave a sign that it was about to hatch, so they smashed it.
It seems, Acanthus, they smashed it because of us and what happened with us. They weren't anticipating us to hatch so soon, which means they anticipated us staying in our egg, which means they need us as an egg and not hatched for whatever they're doing.
Also, that you killed them pretty good.
So, did Did we set a bad example for our siblings? Are they trying to hatch because we hatched?
They're simply doing
Looking
what-
around, you see no baby dragon. There's no like half beaten to death baby. There's no baby dragon. There's just egg.
How far are we from Rysug and Skogdogan?
They have caught up. You all are traveling as a group.
Okay, I was gonna say, if not, I was gonna
Trail.
message
You were
them and let
slowing
them.
down to stay at roughly about the same pace. If you go to fly somewhere, they will show up relatively quickly. The big boys, and it's a big trail. And
We need to hurry.
And one of them can run through trees.
It appears that they are going to be using our kin's property.
We can hear you, Nose.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry, did I ignore something you said?
Oh, I was gonna say something, but I guess it didn't project. Yeah, keep going. You're good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay. So we just gotta get everyone back before any more get hurt. Okay.
We should move quickly then.
How close are we to the road that we had talked about before? Or are we on that?
Oh, you're on it.
Oh, okay, we are on that road.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check, whoever thinks they can do it well. Actually, it's going to have to be one from each group. So one from the flyers, one from the grounders. Landers?
Skogdogan, I would roll for us.
You
I'll
would.
aid.
Yeah, I would have you roll it. You're probably better at survival than I am.
You would think so.
we built tanky boys. That's it.
I'll give it a try.
Can I assist Acanthus?
Okay. Is someone really
Oh,
good
two
at
of you.
survival?
All right, so
Let's
that's going to be a 13 for grounder, for team ground.
No, so what were you gonna say?
That's like I'll see if I can assist.
Okay.
All right.
I can roll for it then. He's not terribly good at survival. So that's assistance, so that's advantage. Am I getting guidance at all?
I have guidance. I cast guidance since I'm not
Okay.
assisting.
So okay. So that's
19.
19 if I'm reading that right.
As you're looking around, you're able to pick up this trail. You also see a small, tiny trail headed back to the cave.
Something retreated. Something went back to the cave.
You can see where branches are broken as something flew through the branches of trees. About the size of Svifla. Very small.
Something small. Something tiny. Hold on, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna zoom back to the cave real quick.
It's been like a 20-minute flight. So it'll be about 40 minutes before you get back to your party.
Yeah, but I'm not. You said we had slowed down originally. For them. Okay.
Would it be faster because he's going 3 times the speed and we're going slow
we
with
had
the
slowed
land?
down. We had moved down to. You said we had moved down to make sure that we weren't that far ahead of the grounders. But if I'm unhindered, I mean, I fly at 25 miles an hour.
If you guys are willing to wait the time for him to go and come back.
Or if you guys go ahead, because flying, I don't have to deal with terrain. As long as you guys are, say, sending up a signal every little bit.
That means one of you two would have to roll the survival check for the flyers. Because Acanthus leaves.
Okay. I'm not bad at it. I'm just not great.
I'll see if
I had
can
a
aid.
-1, so
I
got a
don't-
19.
I don't have a negative to it, but I don't add anything else. It's chance. It's a chance die.
Yeah.
Eclipse, you're our best shot then. Good luck.
Help us, Eclipsia. You're our only hope.
Figures.
two landrakes. I'm assuming that you guys go to try and get a head start on this as your flyers quibble.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine we'll take our time a little bit and try to make sure that we're tracking properly.
Yeah, it's the oddest thing, Reichstag. He literally walks straight through trees like they're water, but you slam straight into him every time.
Just boom, boom. Looks back. No one's going to miss me.
And sure enough, with an 8, that's how you're able to track. That's the only way you can keep the trail, Eclipsia, is with Reichstag knocking down and into trees. You see a tree shake, you see a tree shake, you see a tree fall down, you see another one shake.
This is pretty easy. Just look for rice the entire time.
Just follow them. Huh, that works great.
It's like that
It
scene
is a
from
big
Jurassic
trail, but
Park
it's not
2.
big enough for you guys. Yeah. Exactly like that scene for Jurassic Park
Raptors
2.
moving through the tall grass.
Oh, that was so many nightmares as a kid.
I like to envision it's like we're the aerial corps, and then there's like the tanks rolling over everything beneath their path.
Pretty much, right? You're the you're the little Zero, and they're the Panzers.
Exactly. But yeah, I fly back to the cave to figure out what the heck just happened. What is that?
You fly back to the cave. You see a very injured and almost broken, small-sized dragon at the cave, and Svifla is tending its wounds. You have found what happened to the hatchling.
Okay. We don't need to do any like hard role play unless it's intended here. But no, Acanthus would check in, make sure everything's okay. Would ask. No, Acanthus wouldn't interrogate the hatchling. Acanthus is not smart enough to think, hey, let's ask them for any information about these guys who we're going after.
Whereas you were born at about 10 feet tall, this dragon's about 3 foot tall. It's very small and yellow, bright yellow.
Acanthus would nuzzle him a little bit, make sure he's not injuring it. Let him know that
He does not want to nuzzle you with your spikes. He avoids you.
Aww.
He backs up. Those spikes are as big as he is. Some of them.
Acanthus would take one of his claws from his one wing, come over, clip a carnation off, drop it down in front of him, let him know.
He'll definitely take it, and he's friendly with you. I don't have a name for this character. Let's call him. Hold on, I can do this. Glaristax. And Glaristax, the glass dragon, proceeds to blow onto the ground a small glass figurine of a dragon holding a flower and hands it out to you. When you touch it, you take a point of fire damage because it's molten glass and it hurts like hell.
Another fire buddy.
Shatter.
It is the famed yellow dragons of the deserts. They're pygmy-sized, but they blow out glass, molten glass.
Okay.
No wings.
I will. Considering we're about to go into another fight, Acanthus wouldn't want to risk that getting damaged, so he's going to have one of the, or he will tell what's his face.
Svifla will give you a healing word if you want the hit points.
Yeah,
He is yours to
hit
command.
points.
And has promptly taken a nap as soon as you left.
I would have Svifla add that to the horde, and then I would just reassure the dragon we're gonna get everyone else back, and we'll be back eventually. Trying to encourage it and saying, you're mighty, and we're depending upon you to keep the cave safe along with all the other eggs. Rest well, and we'll be back soon.
He gives you a thumbs up.
And I'll fly off and head back to everyone else. I have a
Glaristax, the glass dragon. Spelled like it sounds. There she is right there.
Ooh, all right.
I wouldn't kill a baby dragon in the first episode, guys. Or the third.
But the fourth?
Oh, yeah. Eh,
Well, if it's you guys, you're not babies anymore, right? You grew up. You're adults.
we're wormling.
I'm
All
okay.
right.
Something like that. But you fly back to the group. You're able to catch up to them, sure enough, without any sort of loss too much in time. And you can see where a new path is being forged through. And slightly above the new path is Balor and Eclipsia, who stick out from the afternoon sky like a giant checkerboard would. One red, one black.
We want the fancy one where it's like the nice redwood. No, kidding.
But you follow this path, and as you do, as you track the cart's path through the forest, the underbrush begins to thin, giving way to a wide clearing. The air feels heavy with tension and anticipation as the scent of a damp earth mingles with the faint musk of something you've never smelled quite before. The sunset gives the world a red-orange hue over the sea cliffs to your west. The tracks lead you to the edge of a clearing where you halt and observe this scene that starts to unfold before you. Let me go ahead and move your token.
New map, new map, new map.
Okay, guys, let's go. Let's see this.
As you approach, you get that feeling that something is about to happen and that the world's about to shift, perhaps even slow down. Is there anything that you want to do? Do you want to scout above and ahead? Do you want to land and sneak forward? What's your plan here, guys?
I'm a scout above and ahead with probably Balor, while the other two probably, I assume, would sneak forward.
Sneak
Give
forward
me stealth checks.
and
And
say,
I've rejoined the group at this point, right?
Yeah. For a long time. You have been traveling hours at this point.
All right, let's see.
being invisible, does that give me advantage on stealth?
Absolutely does give you advantage on stealth.
Alright.
What is your altitude from the relative ground Eclipsia? Holy smokes. No one sees Skog Doden.
Not even us. I would probably imagine like 90 feet up.
90 feet up. I will mark it.
Query for the GM: having essentially leveled up, have we basically undergone the effects of a long rest,
Yes.
or are we still okay? So everything's like been recharged, all that fun stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Acanthus, are you at the same height or a different height? We're taking a two-dimensional engine and trying to use it for 3 dimensions here.
I'm gonna float it about 100 feet up. I'm aware of the fact that I'm black and pink, and while red and solid black might be able to kind of disappear a little bit into the sky, pink's gonna be a little bit harder.
Not at the sunset.
Well, pink.
Yeah,
and
because
black,
all those red and black clouds.
Yeah. It makes sense. So I'm gonna probably hover up at about 100 feet over the ground.
Great stealth checks, Lion Drakes. That changes my flavor tech. You can smell this, which is why I haven't bothered hiding anything from you. You can smell this long before you see it. But your map did change, right?
Yep,
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
A fairy just brought me candy. Let's see. Here we go. Where you haul. Let's see. Sunset gives the world a red-orange hue over the sea cliffs to your west. As you can see, the tracks lead you to the edge of the clearing where you halt and observe the scene unfolding before you. In the center of this clearing, a group of ogres stands uneasily, shifting their weight and their brutish form silhouetted against the dim light filtering through the canopy. Their cart, laden with dragon eggs, creaks under the weight as they continue to shift nervously. Surrounding them are dozens of figures with snake like features, slender, scaled bodies, forked tongues flicking out to taste the air, and eyes that gleam with a cold, calculating intelligence. Guarding the perimeter, you see more of these monstrous hybrid. And a name sticks out to you: Brood Guards. These creatures have the shape of a hunched over man, but scales and tails of a more ophidian nature, that means snake, yellow eyes and reptilian face, long clawed hands and a whip-like tail coiling and uncoiling restlessly as they watch the ogres with predatory intent. Their scales glisten in the faint dying light, their muscular arms hold crude-looking pieces of rysug scales, sharpened and shaped into weapons and artificial claws, ready to strike at a moment's notice. At the center of the gathering stands a towering figure, larger and more imposing than the rest. He has the muscular body of a warrior, but the head and hood of a king cobra. There it is.
That's an hungry guy.
Isn't it? His scales are a deep, glossy black. His eyes burn with a fierce, malevolent intelligence. He speaks with a voice that hisses and resonates with authority, his forked tongue flicking out as he addresses the ogres. They shift uncomfortably at his words, glancing nervously at each other and the snake folk surrounding them. The tension in the air is palpable, and it reaches a breaking point when the cobra-headed leader raises a hand, signaling his brood guards. With a sudden, swift motion, the snake folk all roll into initiative and attack. The clearing erupts into chaos as the brood guards surge forward, their weapons flashing in the dim light. The ogres scream out in surprise and fear. Their cries echo through the clearing. You hear the cobra-headed leader yell, "The only payment you will receive is your death," his voice cutting through the din like a knife. The brood guards strike with deadly precision and quickly begin to overwhelm these ogres with their coordinated assault. Despite their size and strength, the giants are clearly outmatched. Their crude weapons and clubs no match for the snake folk's lethal efficiency. What do you do? As I roll a ton of things into initiative.
And while you're not busy, can we get an all-seeing eye?
Oh, yes. Do you guys not have sight?
I do. It's just I can't see.
We got
that.
sight on most of the arena, but we don't have sight on that portion of what you're talking about, just because it's there is dynamic lighting.
Oh, okay. I thought I turned that off. Oh well.
Yeah. And I wanted
there's
the
your
all-seeing eye for the viewers, so they could see.
Yep, there's your all-seeing eye, Ray.
Wonderful, thank you.
Right. Roll initiative.
Remember to click your token first, please.
Okay, so this is what it's like having a not smart character. You have great ideas, but it's not what my character would think of.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this a different way.
Ooh, natural 20!
There you
Way to
go.
go. You act first.
I get a surprise round.
dragons. What do we want to do? How do we want to proceed?
Let's see here.
The snake people seem like more of a threat than the ogres. The ogres seem like they could be bought off if we, I mean, if we don't speak their language. If one of us could talk to them, we could probably just pay them.
Just eat them.
Yeah, or that.
Actually, we would know the language of the 1T, right? 1T speak Draconic, don't they? I know that's meta
They
knowledge.
do not.
They do not. Okay.
Okay.
No, there is
Yeah, I was
there's
thinking
a
about-
one
UNT.
language.
Yeah, but the giants and whatnot, that we didn't speak their language, but in the last fight at least, so I imagine that we don't now. But if we could pay them, that would buy us time to just kill off the Yuan-Ti while we pay the ogres as guards, since the others died.
That's an idea.
GM, do we have any kind of like echoing knowledge about some of these? Like we've seen the broods, the brood guardian keepers, but of some of these other creatures, does the word Wanti come to us? Does no, nothing.
Nope, there's a reason
Oh.
why I didn't use that word.
Okay.
Okay.
But they are snake-type folk, and you can smell the venom within them.
Okay.
It is offending to you, Rysug.
Actually,
Rysug.
sorry, go ahead.
Rysug, these ones are gonna be spicy when we eat them.
Sounds delicious.
All right, Acanthus, up first. Let me check the dynamic lighting layer.
Yeah, I would like to be able to see where the cart is.
You're gonna have to fly in a different. Actually, since you guys are, hold on.
We own the sky.
We own the ground.
We loan you the ground.
There, keep that in mind.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and the Yuan-Ti are currently fighting the ogres and have no clue that you exist. You could, if you want, just chill and watch what happens. Or you could hop right in the middle of that and say, you're all going to kneel or die. You're a dragon. It's up to you. How do you want to handle this? And it's all up to Acanthus, who rolled a natural 20 and gets a surprise round. No pressure, Mason.
Yeah. The cart's pretty big, so I would assume that I can't necessarily just pick up the cart and fly away with it, right?
If you were a huge creature, I'd let you play that game.
Maybe. Yeah. All right.
But currently the cart is being surrounded by 4 very large ogres, and that cobra-headed individual is standing right next to them, unflinchingly.
But we know these guys. We may not know exactly necessarily what's going on because they're not speaking in Draconic. But we do know that these guys were there at the cave, and we do know they were invaders.
Oh, they smell just like them, and they're carrying carts full of eggs.
So,
There actually should be 2 carts, that's my bad.
Acanthus.
Did Jack ever say which ones killed Draca? Was it the snake folk or the ogres?
No. Wasn't asked.
Still keeping and maintaining my altitude, I'm going to use an action to dash along with my movement speed, and I am going to fly up and over here, still holding at about like 100 feet up in the air.
Remind me, what's your stealth check?
I did not roll one. Let me roll one for you. That's a 12. Man, I rolled low.
Let me just check their passive real quick. Some of the snake folk look up and start pointing.
Okay.
You've been seen.
All right. But that is my action, my movement. I'm not going to do anything with bonus action on this turn. That is going to bring an end to my turn.
It is now your turn.
I am going to fold my
Actually, I'm
wings.
sorry, someone else's turn too. This guy.
Which guy? That jerk.
And he looks at the ogre and shoots out a beam of sickly green energy and hits him for 3 force damage.
Eldritch Blast.
Now it's your turn, Acanthus.
Okay. That was actually the guy I was going to go for because he seemed to be in charge. So Canthus is going to hold him responsible. I'm going to go still hovering up at about 100 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, which will put me at 90, 85 feet left. I'm going to let gravity take over. So I'm going to kind of come over here, fold my wings, drop straight down, descending towards him, catch myself before I hit the ground, and I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
This is the first time you've attempted this trick. Go ahead and make me like an acrobatics check to see if you judge your distances right.
20.
Perfect. Perfectly executed. It worked just like you thought it would.
So kind of descends, and because he's still enjoying the freedom of movement, he's kind of coming down in sort of a spiral. Comes down, unfolds, wings come out, claw reaches out to try and grapple this guy. So that's athletics. If he chooses to resist using athletics, he is at disadvantage. I rolled a 21.
He rolled a nat 20 for a 22
Okay.
for an athletics check to try and get out of it. Not athletics, acrobatics check to try and get out of it.
Okay, so I do not manage to grapple him.
He does a backflip. You've never seen anybody flip like that, but you know what? Barrel rolls would be cool.
Oh. So he dodges through that, but now knowing that I am surrounded and knowing that my target is down here on the ground, I'm going to use my bonus action to use my toxic pheromone, which is tranquility, everyone's favorite one. That'll end up being a con save. Actually, my DC went up for that. I forgot about that. My DC for that is now 15.
The 4 ogres will make a save.
It'll be at the top of their turn when their turn starts.
All right, everyone else is immune to it.
It's not a poison.
I'm aware.
Okay. Noted. And that'll end my turn.
It's a charm effect. All right, Rysuk.
This cliff over here, how tall be it?
Let's see how tall it looks. Well, let's call it 25 or so feet.
And how
at the highest.
How big am I? I'm trying to find that at the moment. Scroll.
Let's see. You take up a 15 by 15 by 15 square in combat. However, a huge creature can be anywhere from... Hold on. 18 to 24 feet tall.
So
potentially like standing up on hind legs.
Yeah.
Because my idea is, since I'm, they don't know I'm here, is to kind of like half mount, like not climb the wall, but put the front paws up on it and reach over with my head and snatch this guy off the cliff.
Very cool. Go ahead. You can definitely do that. Rule of Cool says you've got it.
That was my idea.
Yeah, you go up to that edge. Go ahead and make an attack at advantage because he had no clue you're there.
It would be a bite.
21 absolutely hits for holy smokes.
Rice
Immune to poison damage, but 21 points of piercing damage.
Hold on. To look at my deadly toxins thing here, I think it kind of overgoes that.
Go ahead and hit the speech bubble next to the effect on the character sheet so that we can all see it. But I do believe that you're right. Maybe I was just fishing to see if you knew that.
Energy type.
Bum, bum, bum.
Species.
I think it's under your. Should be under a feet.
Yeah. Deadly toxins there on the bottom.
So, instead of doing poison damage, you lower the target's max health equal to the poison damage they would take were they not resistant to poison. If they're immune, they have advantage on all saves instead. There is no save associated with this, so he takes 16 points of untyped health damage because he's immune to poison. He's bloodied. You almost bite him in half.
That's
weird language.
Yeah. I think that's what I can do. Unless you let the bite hold on and I can drag him down the cliff.
No, that'd be stepping on someone else's subclass. Can't have that.
Okay, then that is it for Rysug.
This chick walks up. She looks at you, Rysug, and she says, "Obey my commands. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against suggestion."
Uh-oh. The many things Rysug is good at. This is one. Hold on. I bring my character sheet back up because it keeps exiting. Wisdom save?
Yep. 13 saves.
No, thank you. Not today.
Do it again. As the second one does the same thing. 20. Wonderful. Acanthus. Do it 3 times.
Yay. Okay.
You will not command me. I am Rysug.
First one is a fail. I am always charmed.
They say, kill the ogres and come with us.
Okay.
Alright, let's give you a little charm marker. Then this one failed. And then this guy has to make some save.
Boy, I think I rolled a 0.
And then this guy makes 1 save. And you hear them whisper commands to the ogre. And for bookkeeping reasons, and particularly because they can, when they look at you, Acanthus and Rysug, they do speak Draconic. Though when they look at the ogres, they speak that weird big tongue language that you don't. The Broodguard. This guy almost got bit in half. 1, 2 attacks. Alright, so... Nope. This guy launches himself off the cliff at you, the both of them.
They're lemmings.
The cojones on those guys.
Charge a dragon, a huge dragon from down a cliff. Boy.
This guy runs up. This guy runs up and will take the dodge action. These guys run up in formation. These guys run up in formation. And they will all take the dodge action. So that's going to be 3 attacks at you, and then 3 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks at Ogre. They don't know you. They try to poison you, Rysug. Alright, so we've got a 16, a 19 is going to hit for 8. 23 is going to hit for 5. 18 is going to hit for 3. Don't worry, I'm adding this up. 8 misses, 23 hits for 5. 14 misses, 18 hits for 8. And a 16 misses, so you'll take a grand total of, after 9 swings by 3 targets, 29 points of piercing and/or slashing damage.
All right.
And then these two go to town on this one ogre.
I know their attacks are bite and claws, but I imagine them pulling out, for whatever reason, like little mining tools, trying to like ting into Rysug's armor.
They deal 64 points of damage to this ogre, who is not immune to poison.
Yeah, that whole immune to poison thing is handy.
It does come in handy.
It's a double-edged sword, right? It won't work on them, but it also doesn't work on you. This one will take 9 and 6, that's 15. And then the last one will take more than that. Ooh, nat 20.
Ouch.
Which one was that?
It's one of the ones attacking the ogres.
Oh, never mind. I don't care about them. I thought it was attacking Rysug.
I just got I got three new snacks coming over to play.
71 points of damage to this one. Because these guys hit hard. That is all of their turns, and now we are at Eclipsia.
Okay, so my plan here is to magnify gravity on the group in front of Rysug that's still on the cliff to kind of work together with the 3 of us. So I'm at 90 feet up. I have a speed of 80. My plan is to descend at an angle enough to where I still am in the air and use about maybe 3/4 of my movement and then use the other 1/4 to go back up afterwards.
So you want to be 60 feet in the air at the end?
Yes.
Okay.
So what would that be, like right here-ish, you think?
Diagonals are a thing. You can go anywhere within your. You can swoop down and up like that, and it'd still be the 80 feet.
Okay, let's do that then. And then 60 feet from me. Yep, that'll reach. Yep, there.
Very nice.
I'm gonna target the spellcaster since they're gonna be a problem for our tanks here.
All right. That's a con save, yeah.
I believe so. I'm gonna post the spell.
They all have magic resistance because snake folk. So 2 of those and 3 of those. Let's see. Your DC is a what? 15. So 19, 12 fails, 7 fails. Nat 20 passes, 16. What was the DC?
15.
Cool. So, I mean, 2 major fails, 3 saves. And your damage was 15 damage? Wow.
I got second level spell slots now, effectively.
Oh, 21 damage. I'm sorry.
Crunch.
What does your magnified gravity look like?
Giant heat wave as they just start melting.
Magnify global warming. Ah!
Pretty much, yeah. It's like when it's really hot in the desert and everything kind of shakes and you can almost see the heat moving itself.
Yeah,
I
it's
imagine
that
it's like
shimmering.
that. Yeah, it's like that.
All right. Anything else?
That'll be my turn because I'll use the rest of my movement to go back up. So that'll be at 60 feet.
This one will reach out and snap at Acanthus, foregoing the use of spells in order to gain Seth's blessing. So,
Damn,
23
yeah, 23 will hit.
Acanthus, he is going to use his Mind Fang. As when he bites you, not only does the poison hit you, but you also hear whispers in your head of a fallen god. You will take 7 piercing, 7 poison, and 16 psychic damage.
So 30 points altogether.
And then he swings at you with a 19 with his hand.
Okay. I do use my reaction, though, to smack him back with that, from that bite attack. Takes, because it was a melee attack, correct?
It will.
So he
Yes.
takes 15 points of, let's make it slashing damage.
Got it. And then you need to make a con 2. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's going to be 39 points of damage total. And 2 wisdom saving throws against the
Okay.
suggestions. We haven't had a chance to suggest anything really yet. You break the charm.
Woohoo!
Huzzah.
DC is 12.
Right. I have my mind again, my mind again.
The ogres. Yeah, they're gonna. This guy's like, let my friends go, and he's going to smash one of these spellcasters.
But first he's going to make a constitution saving throw against tranquility.
He feels like doing nothing, and so he does nothing.
Just wait till these monsters.
This one over here
Just gonna disable what I can.
What's your DC?
My DC is now 15.
He doesn't want to do anything either. These two down here do, though. They're charmed. They were commanded to capture the dragons. So this guy's going to run right up to you, Acanthus,
Mm-hmm.
and make a Constitution saving throw.
To be fair, it's at the start of their turn if they start in the field. So if you would
Okay.
like, he can run through it, but if he starts his turn there and he's still in that field come the start of his next turn, then he's potentially disabled.
Well, he is going to run up and he is going to block the path.
All right.
As soon as he gets within reach of you. That's 1, 2, 3. The last one is going to look around, sees you, sees Eclipsia, who's a spellcaster, sees Rysug, who just tried to snatch something off. He's going to launch a bolt at Eclipsia. Catch dragon. 11 to hit Eclipsia with 15
Miss.
piercing damage. Miss. Skog Doden. Ooh,
I'm
Valor, you must have rolled really low on your initiative.
I did.
Yeah, but now
Skog
we have a
Doden.
ball of dragon.
So I'm gonna move up just a little bit and come out of invisibility, and with these three being perfectly aligned in a cone,
Ooh.
I'm gonna get the three of these and give them that fuck to a breath weapon.
Go ahead and roll your breath weapon. What is it? A dex save?
Yeah.
That's a
they all
17, a 19, and an 11. They have advantage. 2 pass, 1 fail, so that's going to be 17 points of fire damage, and then 8 to 2 of them.
And you get 17 points of hit points back, Rysog.
Huzzah.
And that'll do it for my turn.
So you roll up, you release a mighty breath weapon, the green and emerald flames flowing over the steel scales of your ally and burning the flesh of these ridiculous-looking monsters. When that happens, you hear a roar echo out. Canthus, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh. I am actually
Ooh.
good at that.
Oh my.
Unless I roll like crap. 12.
As stepping out from a shadow, you see a dragon, but there's something wrong with this dragon. It is covered in shadow and black. You swear that it could be a sibling of yours, corrupted, mistaken, taken by something. But it emerges and it cries out, and you just hear it cry out to the god, Seth, for you! And exhales this snake made of shadow stuff that pierces through the UNT, the ogre, and Acanthus alike. You take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Good.
Ooh.
Thank you.
The Auntie chooses to fail.
Bold
My
choice.
life for you!
Bold choice. Bold choice.
Choice indeed.
The ogre makes a save. Fails, takes 21 points of damage, and immediately falls dead. Well, its body falls dead. Its spirit immediately rises and attacks.
Oh no.
As the shadow wraps around and pierces through the ogre, and its body withers and decays and hits the ground with a large thud. But you see this shadow rise out of its corpse and immediately obey the commands of this fallen wormling, who then takes to the air 80 feet.
Kind of liked it when I was the only thing in the air besides Balor.
This is also
I
a
go
black
in the air
dragon in the air.
occasionally.
Balor.
All right. This definitely puts things in perspective. I thought I had a plan, and the whole plan just shifted.
That's how this game works.
Same, yeah. I was gonna say I had a plan, and then this thing showed up, and I'm like, "Ooh, a new plan."
All right. I'm
Plan
That
gonna,
I'm
shadow
ready to
runs up and
go.
reaches out towards the Yuan Ti. It allows itself to be hit for 6 points of necrotic damage.
God damn it.
oh man.
I know what's happening.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Balor is going to fly out 160 feet in the air, maintaining his altitude. And with his bonus action, he is going to look at this creature, judging its weakness, and it's going to goad it and say, "You think you're the strongest one here? Face me, look at me, and meet your ruler."
I feel like he just pulled a Bakugo.
With that, I will my turn as that is a dash, and that is a bonus action, and I'll have to post that real quick as I look for it. There it is, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, I will give him the little target. Ah, join us, brother. You finally made it. Acanthus.
Top of the round, we get a minute.
Or would you guys like to take a minute at the top of the round? Sounds like
I've been
Yeah.
waiting. I've been waiting with my finger on the button, waiting for you to say top of the round. I was gonna go button.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
guys.
Buzzer.
You got the floor then.
Okay, so someone needs to take out. So we need to focus targets on the shadow to keep it from replicating, probably, and then take out the shadow dragon before that happens. I don't know crap about shadows, and I don't know crap about shadow dragons. However, since it can fly and we can fly, I have a sneaking suspicion the flyers are gonna have to target the shadow dragon, and hopefully the land people can target the shadows and take cover down there. I'm hoping. I do also have spells. Lots of spells.
Okay. We also have a big, a heavy duty hitter down here as well, right next to me.
Yes.
What I might do is I might actually allow the ogres to be able to take actions.
And then just let them face
Let
each other
them
off.
frickin' deal with their well, no, they've also half of them are charmed too. I'll decide on that later. So
I'm
flyers
sorry,
focus
they
on
actually
making...
failed their concentration checks, so none of them are charmed anymore.
Oh, none of them are charmed anymore? Okay. Then I might let them actually have their turns.
Are the two landrakes able to probably target the shadow and cleave their way there?
The Rysug's idea was to get up the cliff and come in that way.
Okay.
That's the fastest route, yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll end up making your way there. Okay. So if you guys can target the shadow, we can try to hold off Balor. It seems like he's trying to focus targets on the shadow dragon for now, so that might buy you guys a little bit of time while it's
I'm gonna try and
fighting Balor.
I'm gonna try and take out Snakehead Guy, but if it ends up being too difficult, I'm gonna abandon it and come deal with help deal with Shadow Dragon.
Okay. see if I can hold out.
Okay. Break.
I'll be there to help you, Nose, though. Don't worry.
Gotcha.
You're not alone. Fire buddy.
All right, Acanthus.
Okay. Acanthus is going to do what he intended to do. I'm going to attempt to grapple this guy again. So either athletics or acrobatics. He's probably going to pick acrobatics. Damn.
He gets
Okay.
a 20.
That is a failure on my part. But I don't have anything else.
Can I silvery barbs that?
Can you bring it down?
I think you're within
from...
60 feet.
How far down can silvery barbs bring it down?
60. It's disadvantage.
Yeah, he has to re-roll it and take the lower. Yes, you can.
I do it and I give advantage to Rysug.
All right, 1 second. Net 20.
Worth shot.
You attempt to rewrite fate, but when you do, you feel the hand of the divine empowering this whisperer.
Frick. Okay.
Right. Advantage to Rysug on his next attack.
It did not cause it to fail, so no advantage.
Oh, okay. That only works when the fails. That stinks. Okay.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to risk, looks like 4 attacks of opportunity. I'm going to head straight up. Miss.
11, 6, net 20.
Because of flanking. Okay. Nat 20 hits.
That's 13 from that one, and then from the big guy, he's going to bite again. Nat 20, and he will add Mind Fangs. Since it's a crit, he doubles the dice, so that's 6d10 added.
I think this is going to knock me out.
A total of 58 from him.
That's going to knock me out, and I'm not even going to be able to get my reaction in. Oh no, it's when I get hit by a melee attack. Your choice whether that takes place before or during or after the damage.
Go for it. So
okay.
Take
so half of that
deals.
as slashing damage.
He takes it as he bites out, and you hear these echoing whispers of a snake-like voice just reverberating through your mind, and you can feel blood trickling from your ears, and consciousness slips away from you, and you hit the ground hard.
Where's for that net 20? God damn it. All right, I'm down. That is turn.
Rysug, you just heard a loud thump from above the cliff.
Familiar thump.
A flowery thump.
Yes, that's why it's familiar. Because
Acanthus doesn't thump. Acanthus faints.
a fainting chair magically appears below you.
Oh.
So I gotta get up there. These guys are in my way. We had talked about it, but never did anything. Part of the build was there was a boost to fly, but he doesn't have fly because he's a land dragon. We were talking about like a charge of some kind.
Yeah, that was for that one feat that gave the thing to the flyers, where if you fly in a straight line, you do extra damage. But you're not that level yet.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were there yet.
No, I think that's your subclass ability at like level 6 or 7 or whatever it is.
Okay. So action. I'm gonna finish off the guy I started eating. So Rysug bite.
Oof. 22 absolutely hits. This guy dies.
Alright, that gives me a little bit of breathing room as I flick the body to get it away from me. And like to up the cliff.
Their weak poison tastes bad.
Up the cliff and move here.
All right, as week 2 attacks of opportunity coming your way.
Yeah.
They bite you, relying on their poison with a 19 and a 9. Because you killed their flanking buddy. So a 19 to hit you for 6 piercing damage.
All right. And I'm up on
Anything further?
I'm up on the cliff. I don't really have any bonus actions.
Just the rage, really.
Yeah. I forget exactly what that does.
It gives you advantage on all attacks. You can no longer speak, and you get to add your proficiency bonus to damage. You also have advantage on all saves against debilitating effects. Paralyzed, stunned, frozen, things like that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and click that into play.
You choose to rage.
Somehow gets bigger, and you see this green, almost reflective, like liquid and light, come in between his scales, emanating out from his chest as he taps into the primal essence that he is, and it's not going to look good for these guys. And turn. I think that's it for me.
All right. That brings us to the pureblood. The purebloods all move over here. They say, excuse me, pardon me. And they grab hold and they all lift up and heave-ho this cart. And the 4 or 5 of them start moving the cart.
Excuse me, we're just getting this out of the way. We're not here. We're just gonna get this out of the way here. Thank you. Just don't worry. Don't look this way.
This one is going to move here, here. This one, they already used their once a day ability. All of them used their once a day ability last round because they're dumb. So these 3 are going to attack the ogre. '20 and 18 is going to hit for 8 and 5. That's going to be 18. 13. 16 is going to hit for 11. '19 hits for 8. And then these 2 are going to they're going to move away from the big scary dragons. Apparently she's drunk. She's all over the place. But she will dash to get there. This one will dash to get here. Right in front of the archer and the ogres. As they sort of take cover under this cart. And that is all of their turns. The Shadow's turn. The Shadow, looking around, locks eyes on Acanthus, and then immediately moves towards this Yonti purebred. She allows him to hit and takes 14 necrotic damage.
Hmm.
And her strength drops by 3. All of the Brood Guard. Well, their target climbed up a cliff, so this guy's going to stop dodging, and they're all going to charge Skog Doden.
Side note to anyone watching: Shadows, most underrated low CR monster ever. These things are
They're like
amazing.
CR 1/4.
Yeah, they're weak, but they're also like freaking brutal.
They're bullshit.
Yeah, a swarm of these things. One of these things gets unleashed inside a town. You can have an entire story just based on one of these things being unleashed in town, and that can be a great story for honestly almost any level.
Yeah.
I'd say up through level 10, unless you have a really strong ass cleric who specializes in radiant damage. In fact, I recommend you have a strong ass cleric who specializes in radiant damage. But these things make great like infestations and great minions and great ways to mess up your GM plan of throwing a strong ass monster at you. I love shadows. Shadows are great. There's like a couple of those low CR monsters where it's just like, this thing is way underrated.
Oh,
Yeah, unless you have you're playing 3/5 and you have a necro cleric who has like 30 of them in a town.
Love 3/5.
Yeah, he brings a handful with him, and he just unleashes the shadows on the boss, and the melee characters pick up the guys on the edge and just let the shadows do their thing.
Would you like to finish this entire encounter? Cool. All right.
Okay, we'll go get coffee. Just let us know when you're done. There's a couple of those where it's just like, it's such an underrated monster. It really needs to appear more often. What was it? We played a game where we were actually pretty well progressed, and I think Ray, your character got his strength reduced to 0. And it's like you were still like a heavy duty beefy barbarian, but no, they killed you by reducing your strength down.
I don't know if that was me.
I thought it was what's his face? Not Theros, Stylus or
Thalos?
Thalos.
Did I roll Skog Doden yet? I don't think I did, right? I think I did NPCs before you guys. So these guys start tearing into the ogres. One of the ogres falls dead. There's going to be 3 attacking Rysug and 3 attacking Skog Doden. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
13, 11, 23 for 3 points of slashing to Rysug.
Ow.
7, 19 to hit Skog Doden for 4 slashing and 5 poison. That is their turn. Eclipsia, roll a d. Oh no, never mind. Don't roll a d6. What would you like to do with your turn?
No, I have it this time. Haven't you been saving it? I think I'm going to Wither and Bloom. It's the same radius as Magnify Gravity. So I'm going to put it, I think, right there. I'm going to Wither and Bloom. It's 60-foot range. Dang it. Okay.
He looks at you and he says, no. And your Wither and Bloom just withers and never blooms.
There goes that plan. Okay.
Anything further?
It's my turn.
Well, he looks at you because you have just made yourself an interesting target. And he looks to you, Eclipsia, and he says, "Fly no more. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against suggestion." You feel like you should fly no more.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Ogre's turn. Not doing too good, not too happy. They are going to attack.
Beat him up. Go,
He
ogres.
tries to bonk. He bonks something.
He casted suggestion on me?
Yes.
He doesn't have the range for that. It's 30 feet.
Then he moves 30 feet first.
Cool. I'm better at that.
I thought suggestion was like a 60.
No, it's 30.
Oh well.
That also puts him closer to Rysug and Skogdogan, so I'm happy with him moving 30 feet closer to do it.
Checking. Yeah, 30 feet.
Yep. This ogre tries to shoot, but gets a 7 to hit, so he misses with his crossbow. The other one slams down with his great club. The Yuan-Ti still stands. Skogdogan, roll a d6.
Haha.
At the end of your turn, you will recharge your breath weapon.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna come up the hill, but I'm gonna take a bite at this guy first.
Go for it.
Where is my sheet? Now, does this factor in the new stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
So a 13 to hit. Unfortunately, as you reach out with a 13, he dodges out of the way.
It's more of a nip, anyways.
Oh, I mean, I was doing it, as I'm moving, so. Get it right
Still
up
not used to the bit new size.
here.
Kind of overshoots.
That'll be 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yep. I get someone to breath weapon up here.
That's a 12, 11, and a 20 to hit you for 12 points of damage, 7 piercing and 5 poison.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll do it.
He does not recharge his breath weapon, so he's going to take off flying.
Oh no, he's going for Valor.
Balor did call him out.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
As
Yes,
every
that thing
good...
he
What's
knew.
your altitude, Balor?
I have 90 altitude, and that is it.
Yeah, he can reach you then. He's going to run up to you and he's going to attack.
All right.
Dragon fight! Dragon fight!
Again,
A 17 to hit you for 4 piercing and 3 necrotic.
All right. That hits.
She takes 7 points of damage. As he runs up, he slams into you mid-air, and you both tilt and tumble through the air as you feel his mouth latch onto your leg, and you can see blackness spreading from where his bite is. It's now your turn.
All right. I state to this creature, "You dare bite me!" As I open my mouth and I go for the bottom of his jugular, and my intention is to not only do that, but with my claws, I'm going to see if I can wrap one of his wings down. I'm going to plummet with him all the way down, slamming him down to the ground, letting gravity do the work. Would you like me to roll for that?
Roll an athletics check.
All right, let's see if it works.
So,
Oh, man.
oh
Oh
wow.
shit!
So you have the choice here, right? Mechanically, you can choose to grapple him and fall, or mechanically, you could choose with the same roll as an athletics check that you were trying to shove him prone, which would have the same effect of him hitting the ground. It's the difference between you grabbing him and falling, and you grabbing him and doing like the Charizard seismic slam, swinging him around in a circle in the air and throwing him down.
I would absolutely love to knock him prone. I would love to do that.
Fantastic. Let's see if it happens with a 23 versus. He's actually not good at that. I don't know. You got an 8.
All right.
What was your altitude again?
I was 90 feet in the air.
Do you want to roll 9d6 or do you want me to roll 9d6?
I would love to roll 9d6. And is this a physical attack?
Go ahead and roll your damage. I'll give it to you.
All right. Let's see.
You deal 48 points of damage with your attack as he crashes into you. You yell at him, you dare, and you grab him with tooth and claw and mouth, spin him around and slam him down into the ground, leaving a crater as he glares up to you, full of anger. What else would you like to do with your turn? Because you haven't done anything but to use your action.
All right.
Well
Bitch
done.
slap the bad guy into the ground.
All right. I will then, with my movement, I would stay up there, glaring down at him as I would look for yet another weakness, saying my bonus action, as I will then taunt him again. You are nothing compared to me. You've lost your way. The
I think you have to
Draca would
move
be-
closer to do that, but
Sure.
we'll say that you did it as he was falling.
Gotcha. I'll begin to just taunt him again, and that'll be the end of my turn.
You have fallen from grace.
Exactly. Right. But yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Good turn. Acanthus makes a death save.
Yep.
We have a minute to
Next
top
to
the
a
round.
shadow. And a minute, yes.
All right, first, let me. Oh, you rolling that?
Yep, I roll death saves.
Okay.
He rolls death saves, poison saves, and most con saves.
All right.
Well, I roll secret things. You guys don't know if he passed or failed.
I am dying. So I don't know what I can contribute to this conversation.
Since I can't use my wings, I'm going to land by the shadow dragon and hopefully use my molten breath weapon on the shadow dragon, because that doesn't require wings.
Mm-hmm.
Rysug is going to semi-mindlessly start just working through the minions and guys on the ground, trying to get to Acanthus to block anything from him.
I'm everyone's baby brother. It's great.
All right. Is that everyone's plan, Valor?
All right. Let's see here. My plan right now is just to see if I can keep this guy busy.
Yeah, you've got this.
As long as he's busy with me, no more shadow clones. So we have to worry about these
You
guys
are
popping up
right.
and multiplying.
You better hope that shadow doesn't touch Acanthus.
Oh no.
I will truly become Goth, the Goth Orchid Dragon.
All right, Rysug.
I was going to try and go after big-headed snake boy here, but I think Scope Dogan is going to handle that.
I've got my eyes on Campus.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. He's thinking in the moment, and he's real basic
Yeah.
at the moment. So, I'm gonna Rysog bite this guy because he's in the way of me moving. So,
All right, go for it.
Rysog bite.
Let's see what we've got here. 17 absolutely. Holy crap, Ray. 33 points of damage. Wow. 17 piercing and 16 poison. He's still up, but he is very much bloodied.
It's times I wish for attack number 2. But,
one more level, guys.
Yep. Can I take a step that way?
Well, yeah, you're 2 sizes larger. You can just walk over these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can just inhabit their squares if you want, because you're 2 sizes bigger than them.
Alright, I'll do the 5e shuffle and go here. That way I only take 1 attack. Well, it'd be more there, but it's just because the token size. I want to be, I guess, right next to. Yeah, that'll work.
Let's see, that's a 22 to hit you for 4 piercing.
Ow.
These guys are hot.
Alright, that'll do it for now.
They're only CR1. Man.
Yeah, they're.
All right.
They ate their Wheaties today.
Apparently. All right, Pure Bloods. Their name, not mine.
He ought to be seeking cover and moving in formation to go away. For those
They are
audio
grabbing
listeners.
a cart. They're going to only do so much at a time. They are all moving to grab a cart. They provoke 1 attack of opportunity doing so. From an ogre.
Ooh.
The ogre misses.
Oh.
But the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them together are able to push this cart with effort over this direction. The Shadow's turn. Shadow hits the ogre for 7. The ogre hits the ground dead.
I'm new.
Who knew?
This shadow gets to act immediately as it's risen because of the shadow dragon. So it's going to move here and attack this ogre. Oof. This ogre hits the ground. Immediately rises as a shadow because of the shadow dragon. This shadow is going to move to the brood guard, which allows himself to be hit. He opens his arms wide as the shadow reaches into his chest and deals 5 necrotic. All of the brood. Yep. Yep. Rysug, make an opposed athletics check. This thing is going to try to shove you prone.
Athletics.
And again.
Clicky athletics.
And 1 against Skogdoden.
Athletics for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, athletics. That 20. They give up on that gambit. That didn't work for them.
What are you doing? Stop it.
They're massaging you.
Quit it.
This one dashes to get right there. The other two are going to full attack, once against Rysug, once against Skogdoden. Who would like to go first?
I'll take it this time.
Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Holy
That's a lot of
smokes.
nat 20s.
So the first one crits for 15, 10 and 5. The second one crits for 8 and 7. The third one is an 18 to hit, which doesn't crit because he was flanking. He does crit. Yep. So it'll be 10 and 10. That'll be 50 points of damage to Skogdoden.
Okay.
Fudge.
Ow. Thanks for taking that one there, Skogdoden.
And then against Rysug, we
Raise.
have an 11, which misses, a 15, which misses, and a 21, which hits Rysug for 5 points of damage.
I was going to say, none of them hit.
That's their turn. These ones are going to run forward. As they dash. Eclipsia.
Okay, so I have to land. It didn't say where. It said to the best of my abilities. I'm really smart, so I'm not just gonna drop. So I'm gonna go to where I want to go first, and then land. You said cones from the air are 3-dimensional.
Yep. Cone,
So my
3-dimensional cone from the air pointed down is a radius blast.
How high up in the air do I have to be in order to do that?
15-foot cone would be 15 feet in the air. You were told to fly no more.
But could she glide? That's not flying, it's gliding. It's falling with style.
It also says to carry out to the best of my abilities.
Yeah, flying over on top of somebody, breathing fire on them, and then landing is not the best of your abilities for fly no more.
It is if I'm descending at a... Well, I was going to descend at an angle, so yes, because I was going to take the path from the where I am to southeast, which would be the closest place to me.
I will let it happen, but know that any charms you guys do will be equally gained.
What does that mean?
That means I will...
that same level of technicality.
I will use that same level of technicality against you if that's the way you want to go.
Alright.
It's up to you.
So then what am I supposed to do, DM? Am I supposed to just land right where I am then?
You were told to fly no more. Obey that to the best of your ability, whatever that means.
So that means fall and then catch myself the last second to not take all the damage?
If that's how Eclipsia interprets that. You were only given a 3-word command, not a 10-page detailed instruction booklet.
Okay. I'm just gonna land here then.
Okay. You have obeyed your suggestion. What would you like to do with your turn?
Breath weapon on him.
Okay, I obeyed.
Let's see. It would take some careful aiming to not hit Rysug because you can't originate it from that space. It has to be the edge of your square.
So I back up 5 feet.
That'd do it. If you landed there, yeah.
Well, I can, yeah.
All right, that's going to be 1, 2, 3 saves against 2 broods and 1 mind whisperer. And your breath weapon is a what kind of save? Is a con or dex? It's a dex.
Oh, great.
Nice roll.
Oof. Ouch.
Fail. Fail. One more.
Let's go for the trifecta.
Get the chat notification out of the way.
On him, I would like to silvery barbs him.
Okay. His dex save, yeah?
Yep.
Gets a 19.
Does the breath weapon count as a magic thing?
It is an effect, yes. So 25, it's cut in half to 12. And then the brood guards both failed for 25. Oof. 60 some odd points of damage with your action. That's pretty intense.
That's my turn.
All right. His turn. All right, for his turn. Yep, he will turn his back on Eclipsia. Yep, he's going to turn his back on Eclipsia. He's going to turn in the direction of you guys, and he's going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. Rysug and Skogdoden, I need you to make wisdom saving throws. Rysug has advantage.
That's a Steel Dragon feature? That sounds so cool.
He has advantage because he's raging.
Oh, right. Okay.
But 12 does not save.
Oh, jeez, I did it twice. Oh, God.
And 11 does not save either. You both are charmed and incapacitated. So he starts shining pretty lights in your direction. It's a concentration spell though, so suggestion is broken on Eclipsia. In that case, he's going to step up to her. Ha ha! He thinks to himself. I sure showed her. Ogre. Are dead. Skogdoden is unconscious. Let's see. Yep, he's staring at the bright lights. That is Skogdoden's turn. Do you have to recharge a breath weapon? You can do that.
Nope, I already charged it last round.
The dragon does not recharge his breath weapon. He's going to use half his movement to stand up, glare up at Balor, and then he's going to use half his movement to move under the cart and hide.
Balor just blinks.
Wait.
He gets a 22 to hide.
He's gone. Can't see him. That shadow dragon is the shadow master, all right. Okay, with this, seeing that the shadow dragon just disappeared into the thick of the brush, what I would like to do with my movement, since I'm 90 feet up into the air, I'd like to see if I can descend at an angle, and I like to carpet bomb the forest here with my breath weapon, so that way these guys carrying the cart.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that way these guys can't run away. So,
It's a 30-foot radius. If you grab out the fireball token, you measure out your carpet bomb because your breath weapon is a cone, and a cone is a three-dimensional object. And if you wait until you're 15 feet above the ground, it becomes a 15-foot radius. So if you go into the spell effects folder and pull out Fireball, that is also a 30-foot radius. Or 30-foot around. Whatever. You know what I mean.
Oh, man. That is large. Okay.
It's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd never got a full scale of what fireballs until today. That's great. All right. So with that, I'll see if I can place it there, and I will do the breath weapon.
So, like, right there, you would hit that whole gaggle.
All right. And the 17 damage from the plan of attack does not happen. I just forgot to click it off. So it's just 16.
Yep. All right. 1 second.
Only the dragons who are
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pure bloods make the save. It's a dex save 15. All at advantage.
Oh, man.
Let's see. We're looking for 15.
Pass.
Fail, fail, pass.
Pass.
Pass, pass, pass.
Pass.
Fail, pass, fail.
3. Looks like 5 fails.
All right. And I'll just leave my token there, and that'll be it.
All right. I am going to update their life. Acanthus, I'm going to make a death save for you. Risa.
Okay.
Oh,
Risa, pretty. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta write my 1d6 if my breath weapon comes back. Oh,
You have a hallucination of New York and fine dining.
Yep. Your breath weapon will come back at the end of your next turn.
Please.
Because I have you guys roll that at the beginning of your turn.
Oh.
At the beginning of a turn, but I'll let that 6 count for you. So it'll come back at the end of your next turn. So you can't breath weapon next turn, but you can breath weapon every other round if you get lucky rolls.
All right.
Devastating.
All right, the Purebloods' turn. Did not like that, but unfortunately, they didn't think to pack any ranged weapons. Oh, they did actually. They have short bows. That's bad news for you.
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Purebloods are going to avenge the death of Pureblood number 9.
What a sentence.
No, the pureblood number 9. He was my best friend. Wait, don't you mean pureblood number 6? Oh, you're right. And pureblood. I'll fight for pureblood number 9. It's a slow week.
Number 9's upside down. It looks a lot like number 6 when she's upside down.
All right, so quite a few of these bolts miss you. Quite a few hit you. You'll take a total of 50 points of damage, Balor.
Shit.
That hurts.
Shit.
They are the only people on the board with a ranged attack, apparently.
Oh dear.
Oh man, I got real full of arrows there. There goes my adventuring days.
You got one in one knee and one wing joint.
All right, that's 2 shadows coming after Balor with attacks. Ooh. The first is a nat 20 for 14 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. There we go. So 14 points. There
The
it
second
goes.
is a 22 for 9 points of necrotic damage. Your strength lowers by 7.
Oh, that's not good. And -7. Okay, there we go.
It's their turn. Broodguard's turn. All right, they come there and congregate in that corner for some reason. Eclipsia. Oh, these brood guards would take fire damage at the start of their turn. I forgot about the ones to the north. They will hold their actions, and they will all hold their actions. And then these two will burn alive a little bit. I think Eclipsia's got a 21 con.
That's correct.
They take 21 fire damage. Very bloodied as they are burning alive. It is now your turn. Did you roll a d6? Roll a d6.
Start of my turn, end of my turn.
It doesn't matter. It's going to affect you at the end of your turn if you're waiting for your breath weapon recharge.
6.
Nice. What would you like to do?
Give me a second, I'm mathing up in front of the computer. Okay, I'm gonna move here, since suggestion's gone.
All right, go for it.
In the air diagonally as well.
All right.
All right, now I'm going to actually. I want to wither and bloom. But he damaged that one shadow dragon pretty bad, and if I hit him with the wither and bloom, it's gonna heal him. Skirt. I'll do it to help Valor though, so he doesn't go down because he's pretty surrounded.
All right, so 6 pure bloods, 3 brood guards, and 2 shadows make saves.
Yeah, but it's necrotic damage for wither and bloom, so the shadows, nothing's gonna happen to the shadows.
You don't know that. You'd be amazed at how few things actually possess immunities in this game.
Shadows aren't immune to necrotic damage?
You don't know. That's a mighty meta question.
I assume it's like dragons and they are immune to the damage they deal.
There's nothing like dragons. Roll your damage.
Five.
All right, 5 points of damage. Give me a minute to math all this.
But the main part is Valor can spend hit dice.
All right.
You'll get to add my modifier of 5 to it.
Okay. All right, that adds it back quite a bit.
Nice.
You also get to add that much, whatever it was I just sent in chat.
Oh, that's
5.
a lot.
Never mind.
That definitely brought me back.
ending.
All right, good strong turn. Anything else eclipse you?
That's my turn. And I'll fix my altitude for you.
All right. He makes his way over here, and stuff happens. He runs over. You see him pull out a scroll. A circle emblazes itself on the ground. They touch hands, and then they vanish.
So concentration's broken.
Yes, concentration is absolutely broken. You're no longer KO.
And they took the carts with them too, didn't they?
They did.
Great.
Skogdoden.
Okay, so I'm going to pop over to these guys and get to about here, or here, wherever. And I'm going to breath weapon the campus. And the campus gets 21 points of healing.
Okay. Let's see.
Do I get 21 points of healing?
You do.
Okay.
Also, you see your flames wrap around this guy. Who is hiding in Acanthus' shadow?
Okay.
Oh,
But he
well,
takes 21 points of fire because he rolled a 7.
yes.
He.
But I'm just trying to finish out the round here. All right, you do that. Let's go ahead and move your token on there. All right. His turn. He does not
I too
recharge
will
his
also
breath
take
weapon.
some of that. I too will take some of that healing.
You gain 21 points of health. You blow all over your own hand.
Just spit on that thing.
He gets a 24 to bite Acanthus for 11. As he rolls up, gets covered in these flames, roars out in pain, looks down, and just snaps down on Acanthus' long, skinny neck for 11 points.
I know I was unconscious. Do I have my reaction back?
You are no longer conscious. Yes, you do.
I use my reaction to inflict half of that back to him. So he takes 5 points.
He does. Valor.
Seeing that I just lost the carts, angry, infuriated, I begin to jet on over, seeing that this shadow creature just came right back, and I'm flying down further and further down until eventually I land on top of this ogre's body, and then I try to grapple this thing and I try to pin it to the ground.
Cool. Go for it.
All right. My strength has been reduced, and I still got a good roll. Thank God.
He did not. He is grappled. Oh no.
Where
He's
the
got 3
eggs go?
dragons right next to him.
Where
Just
the eggs?
stuck on the ground is not where dragon is supposed to be. Acanthus, you are prone.
Use half my movement to stand up.
You stand up.
I'm angry once again. And I'm going to.
Do you bite him?
No, actually. I'm going to. He is grappled at the moment. I'm going to use my shock pollen. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw, I believe. As I breathe in, breathe out on him. Okay. The next time, here, let me put this up. Where is it? So, the next time an affected creature is hit with a weapon attack, it discharges the energy as he is covered in this pink pollen that is electrified. And he will take bonus lightning damage equal to my breath weapon damage.
So the next time he gets hit, he takes 2d12 from Balor and 4d10 from Acanthus. Understood.
Yep.
Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm a little low. I don't want to use Primal Fury yet.
Rysug.
I'm going to come on over and oblige my brother with his pollen.
These Broodguard, who are crouched and ready to destroy you, suddenly seem aimless. Their eyes go wide. You see that the focused reptilian eyes turn into wide circles, and they look dumbfounded.
As if they lost their commander.
Yup. I will bite.
Bite him! Bite him in the neck!
Nice dog bite.
With flanking, that's a 19 to hit. Go ahead and add your 2d12, Balor. Yep. Holy moly, let's add all that up.
That's
64 points of damage. Tell me how you want to do that.
Rysug, this dragon has defamed what it is to be a dragon by stealing its own, and doesn't deserve the primal energy it has in its chest. And Rysug will bite at his chest and rip out his I don't remember the exact word for it.
Dracanus Fundamentum.
He'll rip out his fundamentum and his heart and just tear it from his body.
Very cool. You reach in and you pull out this corrupted fundamentum that's supposed to breathe lightning, but instead breathes shadow stuff. It tastes foul, and you crush it within your jaws, and this thing locks eyes with you, and its face pure hatred until it goes limp and fades into shadow stuff. After your turn, this Yuan Ti says, I'll never betray my kin. You think you can do that? I'll die before I talk. I'm not afraid of you and your poison.
Just this growl emanates from Rysug.
Okay, I'll talk.
Are we still in combat?
You are no longer in combat.
Acanthus is gonna walk over to that Yuan Ti and just gonna let the toxin basically disarm her entirely. Tail's gonna come around, coil around her, and he's just gonna look at her and say, "I was unconscious for a lot of that, but do you want to be my friend?"
You're more foolish than you appear, dragon. Ha 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 ha!
That wasn't a no.
What could you possibly offer that compares to the power of the shadows? You are weak, blind to the true path. You have nothing. You are nothing.
Reaches up, clips off a carnation, and offers it to her. You could be really pretty.
Or we could just kill you. Very, very slowly.
Do you think I fear death? I serve powers far greater than you can comprehend. Idiot dragon, your threats are meaningless to me.
I
The
don't see them here
shadows
right
will
now.
consume you all.
They're not here right now.
You may have defeated a few, but you will never stop what is coming for all of your kind.
You know what would really prove that to us? Is if you told us the entire diabolical plan right now in a terrible monologue.
You may break my body, but you will never break my spirit. The shadows will rise and you will all fall.
Could I just bite her head off while she's like laughing?
I mean, she's my friend. I have my tail like wrapped around her.
Wait. Okay, fine.
I was just gonna slowly, like, having Skog Dogan start eating off her fingers one by one, just like slowly, like.
I think he's too big to be that precise.
Yeah, no, it would be like
Close enough. It'll be
she's
a while
wrapped
before
up in
she
the
bleeds
tail, and
out.
I'd just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna crunch.
To be fair, I've said that I've had my tail wrapped around her. So like
Yeah,
I'm the one who
for.
I'm the one who presently controls her physical condition.
I might bite your tail.
Don't do that.
Well,
We get spiked.
How about this?
You would get spikes in your mouth. Acanthus is not like literally pulling her closer.
You may not fear death, but do you fear pain? Do you fear suffering?
Fine, it's deep within the forest. Follow the path by the blackened oak and past the ruins of the old temple. There you'll find the hidden entrance, covered by vines and stones. The lair is beneath, in the caverns. That's where they're taking the eggs, where they're fixing them. You think you know fear, dragon, but you haven't seen what I've seen. The rituals, they twist the unborn, warp them into something unnatural. They emerge from their shells cloaked in darkness, their scales blacker than night, and they drink in the light around them. And when they spread their wings, shadows come to life, silent, deadly, and beautiful.
Acanthus, I think your friend needs a hug. And his tail curls when he says that.
Acanthus nods and then hugs her. Not like violently, just hugs her.
I start munching on one of the guys behind us when
Go
nobody's
ahead and
looking.
spend 2d12 plus double your con mod because you're that kind of knight. That's how you heal, is by eating people.
Oh yeah. I was just doing it to eat.
Yep. But with that, we're going to bring this episode to a close, and we're going to pick up. Thank you all for hanging in there, paying attention. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, give us a like and a subscribe. Ring that notification bell so that you'll know the next time the Dragonflight takes off, and help us against our ongoing boss battle against the ultimate BBEG, the YouTube algorithm. Once again, I am DM John. I'm joined by my wonderful players, Nost Brian, Ray Mason, and of course, Rose. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next week, have a great time. Bye, guys.
Bye.